Welcome to Stories Over Coffee, where ordinary lives hold extraordinary truths. Today's story is about resentment, silence, and a quiet act that changed everything. It's called I Used to Hate My Stepmother Until I Saw What She Did at 3 a.m. I grew up with a gap in my heart. My biological mother passed away when I was just 8. A year later, my father remarried a woman named Lan, small-framed but with a voice loud enough to shake the windows. Neighbors called her the walking megaphone. She once argued with the noodle vendor over 2 missing slices of meat. She barked orders, never paused to breathe, and made our home echo with tension. And my father, quiet, gentle, always retreating into silence. Every time she ordered me to study, I rebelled harder. The more she tried to control, the more I slipped away, out with friends, into my own world. I once screamed at her, "You're not my mother. Don't tell me how to live." She screamed back, called me ungrateful, a rock with no feeling. There was a time I even moved out, staying with friends for months, only returning when my father fell ill. When my father was diagnosed with late-stage liver cancer, everything blurred. He was too weak to talk, too kind to complain. And strangely, during those months at the hospital, my stepmother and I stopped fighting, not out of understanding, but out of exhaustion. She didn't yell. She didn't nag. Sometimes I saw her slumped in the hallway with a lunchbox in hand, not eating, just staring. After my father passed, it was just her and me. The house that once rang with arguments now felt like a grave. No commands, no complaints, just the soft shuffle of slippers, the click of a closing fridge, a spoon in a cold bowl. One evening, I found her sitting motionless in her pajamas. She hadn't changed. Her hair was uncombed. Her face was pale and hollow. At first, I felt relief, then unease. It was like the noise had been ripped from the walls, leaving an unbearable emptiness behind. One night, I woke up thirsty around 3 a.m. I passed my father's old room and stopped. She was sitting at the edge of his bed, holding one of his old shirts. She wasn't crying, just sitting, staring. Still, I stood there, frozen, and something in me shifted. This woman I had spent years hating was grieving quietly, invisibly, and I had never seen her look so small. After that, I began leaving boxed meals at her door. She didn't touch them at first. I kept leaving them anyway. One day, I told her, "If you don't eat, you'll get sick." She looked at me for a long time and replied hoarsely, "Let it be." I researched grief and depression and found every sign in her. I started inviting her on morning walks, asking her to come to the market. She didn't respond, just followed, like a shadow. But she followed. One evening, I made instant noodles and told her, "I cooked. Eat it. If you don't, I won't make you anything ever again." She looked up. Her eyes were red. She didn't cry, but she picked up her chopsticks, and I turned away so she wouldn't see my tears. Life is strange. The people we hate the most can become the ones we care for the deepest. Sometimes, when they stop talking, we realize how much we've grown used to their presence. I don't know if La will ever fully recover. I don't know if I have enough strength to care for her the way she might need. But every morning, when I put down a bowl of warm porridge and see her slowly lift the spoon, I realize something simple, something undeniable. Maybe right now we are all each other. Thank you for sitting with this story today. Sometimes love is not loud. It doesn't come with flowers or apologies. Sometimes love is a silent bowl of noodles, a shirt clutched in the night, a presence you never thought you'd miss. If this story moves something in you, please share it with someone who might need it. And as always, here on Stories Over Coffee, we don't just tell stories, we remember how to feel.